Well, hello. Welcome back to the Chamber Vibes podcast. I'm your host, Foster Garrett, Director of Marketing and Events for the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, welcome. Let me just tell you what's going on. So every week I interview a different chamber member to find out what they do and why they do it. Recorded right here in beautiful Bedford, Virginia, broadcasting on Grove Street FM, and brought to you by Media Squatch. Before we get to the actual podcast, though, I do want to tell you about one of our upcoming chamber events. I am so excited for August because we don't have a single event happening. And I mean, when can I have ever said that? And I'm going on vacation. So it's going to be an amazing month.
You deserve it.
Thank you. And we are going to have lots of time to prep for our next event, which will be held on September 12th from 5 to 8:30 p.m. at Cedar Oaks Farm. It is our 85th annual gala. If you do not know what the gala is, just a simple rundown. It's our largest business gathering of the year. We have around 225 guests from all over the Bedford area, whether they work as a commercial leader, a civic leader, or a community leader. All sorts of people come together to celebrate the chamber, celebrate the previous year's accomplishments, and to really honor businesses and organizations in the Bedford area for excellence, because we do give away our Excellence in Business Awards at this gala. This year also happens to be our 85th anniversary as a chamber. But fun fact, we have actually been around much longer before 1939. In 1925, the Bedford Board of Trade actually voted to become the Bedford Chamber of Commerce. We added in the Bedford area to the name sometime later. But if we were celebrating from that date instead of our incorporation date in 1939, we would be celebrating 99 years of a chamber this year. So just very cool information, but this is a great milestone for our organization. We're a really small nonprofit, and we've done some big things over the years, and hopefully we'll just continue to grow and do more and more for the Bedford community. So come on out. We have sold over half of our tickets, and we still have a whole month left for ticket sales. So I would go ahead and jump on that if I were you. But you can find all information about our events on our calendar on bedfordareachamber.com. And if you want to contact us for more information, I will drop our phone number at the very end, so listen all the way through. But that's all the jibber jabber I want to give. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce today's guests, Travis Thomas and Cade Witt with Bedford Police Department.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the podcast.
You could just say hi, Cade.
Hello.
So
I do got to backtrack. Number one, how much are the tickets for
the tickets
for
are
the gala?
$69.
$69.
Yes.
And then I feel like that I was set up 2 years ago.
You're set up.
2 years ago, I was given Citizen of the Year at the gala. And I think I was set up because you guys was going to ask me to be a part of the chamber. So like you was sowing a seed earlier.
Whoa. I've
With
only
hopes
been
of
here
me.
for like a year.
Okay,
I've only been
okay.
here for like a year.
Well, I guess I'll let you
There,
slide.
it was just, maybe it was just meant to be.
It was meant to be, okay.
So what Travis is referencing, he was awarded Citizen of the Year 2 years ago. Was it 2022?
Yes, ma'am, I believe so.
Yes. And deservedly, and we'll get into that as we talk throughout this podcast. But now he's on our board. So he feels like he was set up. You were absolutely set up, probably. Our board members probably pulling some strings.
strategically.
Yes.
Got you.
I wouldn't put it past him. So before we kind of just jump into talking, can you both tell me a little bit about yourselves? And Travis, I'll let you tell us a little bit about Bedford Police Department, but how you both became involved with Bedford Police.
Okay. So I'm going to keep this Bedford Police Department when I talk about myself. I got in law enforcement a little over 3 years ago. I left from Liberty Middle School, and I knew former chief, and I just felt like I could have an impact in law enforcement that was a little bit different. I can say that now that I am where I'm at now. At the beginning of it, though, I was scary because, like, I just got in law enforcement, and first you had to go through police academy, and then after I got out of police academy, learning Bedford is totally different than what you learned in police academy. So I was just trying to be the officer, right? So then I kind of got in a little, not long, but a little wave of how to be a police officer. And then I just felt like I'm not your average police officer per se. Like I felt like it was a little bit more to it, far as like I wanted to be a purposeful police officer.
Mm,
And I didn't feel like I was being a purposeful police officer just by being a regular patrol police officer, if that makes sense.
yeah.
So fast forward to being pulled from patrol into a new position created as a community resource officer. Now I feel like I'm a purposeful police officer because I feel like the Bedford Police Department is a team. Everybody has a role on the team, and me doing community um, is like my role because I love doing community, right? So that's my BPD journey.
Well, I think that's a great summed up version of it because we've talked about, kind of your journey as a police officer a couple times now. Because when I first met you, you definitely don't come across as the type. You're very relaxed.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people know you not just through your work with BPD, but just through basketball and other things that you've done for Bedford. So it's cool to see it all kind of come together.
Yeah.
And
It's amazing, like,
Yeah.
backstory behind it. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Cade, you're brand new to the team. Started on Monday. It's Wednesday.
Yep.
And it seems like Travis is just throwing you into everything.
he did a commercial yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Getting arrested.
He was getting, so I got invited out to do a commercial with Impact Living Services, which I'm on the peer support team, and they asked could I help shoot a scene for the commercial, and then Kay just so happened to be with me, and they was like, "Can you pretend like you're putting somebody in the car?" I was like, "Why pretend? We have somebody right here." So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, good stuff. Well, Cade, you are an intern. Do you want to talk a little bit about just who you are, your backstory, why you've gotten involved? Just a little bit, just a taste.
Like, what do you mean?
So you graduated from Stanton River.
Yes.
And what kind of made you interested in working for the Bedford Police Department?
Well, since I was little, I was always wanted to be a police officer of any kind. I used to want to be a motorcycle cop.
Gotcha.
When I was like in preschool, but then ever since I've been going up, learning more about cop stuff, and since I graduated, I had nothing to do, and my mom sent me the advertisement for the Virginia Career Works thing, and I said I want to do that, and since then I've been doing stuff for them. Then I was able to finally meet him, and we got stuff ready, and then I started this week.
Well, awesome. Well, welcome to the team. You have a great mentor here.
I wouldn't say all that, but
No, you wouldn't say all that because it's you. I can say all that because it's you.
Okay.
But you're going to have a great time. So feel free to chime in anytime you want to chat on the podcast. But I'm just happy to have you here.
Me too.
Got you. And I wouldn't let you sit over there quietly, so I'll make sure I cue you in.
Well, good stuff. And Travis, can you talk a little bit about how this internship/apprenticeship kind of came into fruition?
All right. So Chief Lewis, it's all him. Like he definitely wanted ways of like getting. I mean, this has everything to do with recruiting. It has everything to do with like letting people know like what we do as law enforcement. And Chief is like beyond years, light years, like far as bringing technology and programs that's like going to help us advance in the community. And this was just one of his ideas. So he partnered with Virginia Career Works, and we went through a process of getting applicants who would like to volunteer between the ages of 16 and 19, and that they would just, so Cade will be in every different department. So he'll
Oh, that's so cool.
go along with me. He'll be able to go in investigations. He'll be able to go in accreditations, and just see how the police department works and things of that nature, just to see if this is something that he may want to do future down the line. I know Chief has like future goals of being able to have internships or civilian jobs where people could just come in, and then if they like the department, then we can kind of like get them towards police academy and things of that nature. And I feel like it's a strong way to recruit, but it's also like letting people know like this is what we do in the community. So
Absolutely. I think that there's a lot of benefits to doing internships and apprenticeships of like that type of nature, especially with youth.
yeah.
Because when I went through school, I went through the Liberty Zone K through 12. And when you got to 7th grade, it was, all right, well, it's time to figure out what your plan is for the rest of your life.
And do you really want to know? Do you really know what you want to do in 7th grade?
No, not at all. Like at 12 years old, you're faced with like all these different like career questionnaires and stuff trying to tell you what you might be good at. And then they face you at the end of it, they present you with a choice, do you want to do advanced diploma or standard?
Yeah.
And it's like at 12 years old, you don't know what you need to choose.
You just the average great 12-year-old just want to make their parent proud. So like an advanced diploma is kind of like, mom and dad gonna love this one.
Right.
I told them advanced diploma. So,
but it puts you in a tricky situation when you're getting to the actual AP classes. You're not starting them for pretty much another 4 years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're in them and you've started accomplishing, the pre-AP stuff, which is not quite as bad as AP. And now you're like, oh no, what have I done? Or perhaps you're interested in something that doesn't require you to have that level of higher education.
I think that's one way of looking at it from a smart, educated young woman like you. But another way of looking at it is 7th grade. I feel that if I can't achieve the advanced diploma, then society almost teaches you to like, all right, well, just get ready to work a normal job. Versus like, as you may have something else going for you that may just not be education wise. You may have an artistic ability. You may be able to be creative in some other aspect other than just like education. So I feel like that's tough because at that young age is making you feel like either I'm going to be this kind of student, or if I'm not going to be this type of student, then this is what I have to settle for.
Yeah, that's another great point. I've always heard, and this is like something that I think we can all agree on. It feels like there's almost two choices. You either go to college and you get out of here and you go and make your own life, or you're stuck.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think all of us are proof that is not the case.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities available to you, but I think that we just often aren't presented with them, or we don't have somebody that takes the time to really get to know us and what we can do. And it's hard with the schools because you don't really have that one-on-one attention, especially post-COVID.
Unless you go to like a private school, you got to pay a lot of money. I know Kate came in here, and I don't believe it was on the first day, but maybe it was like during this interview. And I was like, do you know what you want to do with life? Because you just graduated. He's like, I really don't know. And like, some people would like grill you for having that answer. Like, you don't know. You just graduated high school. I just basically told them, that's cool. Like, to not know what you want to do right now, you got plenty of time to figure out what you want to do. And in this process, you're going to learn stuff like, Kay's been here on time. Kay's been early every day. I mean, like super early. He like,
that's awesome.
My grandpa just like to drop you off early. I'm like, Kay, this is too early. But he's on time. Like, and he's learning stuff about like being prepared for the next day. He's learning stuff that no matter what job he goes to, these will be things that he can use, whether it's educational wise or whether it's something that he pursues on his own.
Yeah. Dude, you're going to get so many skills out of this. I just want you to know that. Even the simple stuff.
Even connections.
Yeah, the connections too. Well, that's awesome. I'm so excited. I hope you have a great time, and I'm sure I'll see you at everything.
You definitely will. You'll see him at the chamber meeting on the 6th.
Oh, nice.
No, you won't because you're on vacation.
On the 9th.
On the 9th. That's what I meant.
When we have our workforce meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the last meeting you'll be at before vacation?
Yes. That's my I'm actually leaving for DC that night.
Gotcha.
Woohoo, vacation.
Turn up.
I know. So, Travis, we've talked a little bit about your position as the community resource officer.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you talk just a little bit? I know we kind of skipped ahead. Can we just talk a little bit about base knowledge of Bedford Police Department? How you guys work with the sheriff's office, but you're different, who you serve,
Absolutely.
things like that.
I will answer that question to the best of my ability.
Okay.
So the way I explained it to Kate, because Kate lives in Moneta, right? I told Kate, if you call 911, we're not showing.
No.
9 times out of 10, unless it's something very detrimental and they may not have enough people on the way for backup, the sheriff's department will show up. So I do know sheriff's department does your SROs. They work your courts for the most part. and they work the county. Bedford County is huge.
Oh, it's so large.
I don't think people understand and put that in perspective of how big Bedford County is. So I feel like that. We just do the town, and while the town has expanded with the new reversions and things like that, we have our officers that do town. Of course, we still have court when it comes to like tickets and charges and things of that nature. But when I say the sheriff's department do court, they actually work the court. So they're the bailiffs that's there. They're the people that's there when you check in your phones and all that great stuff. And I will say that the departments work great together. I feel like that contrary to people's belief, like if we need a dog on a stop or whatever, we don't have a dog for the town of Bedford. So the sheriff's department will come out in that thing. And sheriffs have certain dogs where like if you have somebody that went missing, they have dogs that can kind of like smell it out and try to point us in the right direction. The sheriff's department also has like drones. So we work closely together. We also have people from our agency that is on the task force with the sheriff's department. So like when that big army truck come out there, like you have some people that's on the sheriff's department, but you also have some people that's on the Bedford Police Department, and they partner together in that instance, investigations, because you may have somebody who may make deals in the town but live in the county. So they work closely together also. So first of all, from my small point, which I never understood this because I wasn't like a cop person before I came into the Bedford Police Department. But once I went into academy, I understood that law enforcement is a brotherhood. So like if I'm working out with a Cardinal shirt on in Maryland and somebody like, oh man, I know somebody from Cardinal, blase, blase, like law enforcement really is a good brotherhood. But as far as Bedford Sheriff's Department and the town of Bedford Police Department, everybody works close together. You have to. So
yeah, I've witnessed it. Yeah, with different. I feel like since I've moved back to Bedford, I've called the police more than I've ever called them before my whole life. Just random things happening.
And absolutely, and even in my job. So like, with community things, I try my best. First of all, with this job being new to me, try my best to like include them on anything that we have going on. And sometimes I get a question because people just know me. They may ask me a question of something that I have nothing to do with, but I know somebody from Bedford County does. So I could say, hey, I can get you in contact with this person. He's their community guy. He does this. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things that you do through your job for our community?
So for the community, I do events far as National Night Out, which will be this Tuesday. We can talk about that at Bedford YMCA. We have Faith in Blue coming up in October. It's the first weekend of October. And Cop Camp is usually the big community events that I do. We also do things like Coffee with the Cop. We also do things like I can just pull up on kids and I do basketball. I help Bedrock, which is a church here in Bedford, recently do their basketball camp. So that's a partnership with everything that they help us do with the police department. Like I said about connections, like, you know, when I'm out in the community and somebody says, hey, I don't know how I'm going to figure this out, figure that out, I call Kevin from Bedrock and I'm like, hey, what kind of resources do y'all got to be able to help these people? So when they ask me to do a basketball camp and I love coaching basketball, I'm like, sure, I'm there. Sure. Right. So Cop Camp, I do stuff like I go to the Shepherd's Table once a month, and some people see me in a uniform and they get scared. But then by the time they finish their meal and see that I served them their meal, because all I'm doing at the Shepherd's Table is serving them. So they come in, I tell them what's on the menu, give them their food, give them their drink. Like I'm not there to just be there for like op. And it even got to the point where they're like, hey, let's take a picture. And I'm like, no, because I don't think, and that's another thing with this job. So in this job, especially with the LinkedIn movement, it's almost like I'm a community resource officer. So everything I do community, you want to take a picture and you want to show that I'm really out here in the community, but everything don't need a picture taken behind.
It's not about that.
Yeah, because it's not like, while I would love to show people that I'm in the community, it's like sometimes in certain moments and stuff, people don't need stuff broadcast. While the Shepherd's Table feeds anybody who wants to come and get a meal, sometimes they feeding people that's just like less fortunate, right?
Yeah.
And I've been less fortunate in times of my life, so I would hate to like be that person that's like, hey, you can get this meal, but come take a picture with me. No, like I feel like that should be their safe spot. and I should be there just to serve them and things of that nature. So those are things I could. So I patrol in the neighborhoods constantly, especially during the summertime. I don't get to see the kids. I do, even though I'm not an SRO, I still have a MOU, memorandum of understanding, with Bedford County Public Schools. So our schools here in the town, I still go to Bedford Primary
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
say what's up to the kids, and I still go to Bedford Elementary School, and I still go to Susie Gibson. So Susie Gibson, I'm there. I'm talking to them because a lot of times those are kids who have got kicked out of school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm able to talk about like my upbringing, my background, trying to encourage them. They also have a GED class in there. So like
Yeah, they do.
I go in there and I'm like, y'all my favorite class because I got a GED. They're like, huh, you? So like I'm able to go through, talk to them, encourage them in that way. But I go to Bedford Elementary School any day. I feel like I'm Drake because as soon as I come in there, the kids like, oh my God, it's Officer Travis. Like, and
That's
some
so
teachers just
awesome.
get mad. They're like, shh, you got to be quiet. And I'm trying to like keep order in the school. So like, I'm like, all right, y'all be quiet, stay against the wall. But like building those relationships mean everything. Like
Yeah.
being able to go out there, it's all been a journey. Whether they know me through coaching basketball or coaching their brothers and sisters or know me as law enforcement at different community events, setting up tables, giving out stuff, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the amount of people that like you'll just be walking down the street and they'll be like, "Oh my God, it's Travis."
Yeah, so it's just like
That's
wow.
awesome.
But that's just the community part. Now I also do like public information part, which I used to be scared about doing.
Yeah.
But I met my friend ChatGPT, and I feel like I can take on the world. I'm like, bring it to me. I'm good. So like,
That just made me hit the mic. I
hey,
laughed so hard.
I'm good. I'm confident, and it's cool being confident. Like I'm giving you
Yeah.
the information that you need to know, and I know that that's not my strong suit. So now I'm able to lean on stuff like that. I do recruiting, so that's amazing too. Being able to be a small part of the journey because like their first stages, I'm the first people they meet, and a lot of people that I meet, they say, "Man, I love what you do in the community. It makes us want to come." To the department, and before they go to police academy, they ride around with me, and I'll have future recruits play basketball with kids with me. Like
Nice.
that wasn't the intentional plan. Like we're just driving through the community, and they're like, "Hey, get out and play with us." So we get out, we end up playing, and so but just to do that recruiting part, and I do evidence too. So like that's another part of my job. So and whatever else they tell me to do. So like
I feel that.
yeah. So, and I'm on the chamber, right? So I get to be a part of the chamber as a liaison of the police department. But by doing all these things, sometimes I do feel like I fall short because I spread myself so thin. I feel like I can't give everybody 100%. So sometimes chamber might get 40%.
You're just one person.
Evidence on it. Yeah.
You know I understand.
But being that person though, I hate like being in something and can't give it his all. So like while people are satisfied with what I do, is a part of me to go to sleep like I didn't do enough because I'm giving all these different things only a certain percent. So
I think your role is a lot more involved, like public figure-y than mine. That's something that I struggle with this job is like not being able to like go to the grocery store in peace anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
And people also don't really understand what exactly I do at the chamber, and I'm sure that you have that as well. So I'll have people come up and start talking to me about town annexation. I'm like, y'all, I have nothing to do with this. I have nothing to do with this, but I'm with you and I hear you. But the amount of like requests when people see that you're doing a great job, when you're doing something that makes a difference, they want to have a part of that too, and that's completely understandable. But I hate saying no. I know that you hate saying no.
I hate saying no.
It's hard. It's hard, especially when,
and I don't know if it's much of a hate saying no versus is it a part of us that's like our job here on earth is to serve. Yeah. Because I can tell the right people no. But if it's like something I care about, I take that back. I don't, if it's something that I care about that I know is doing good, it's hard for me to tell that no versus somebody like, hey, I'm going to, I'm trying to think of the game y'all told me, Hellcats game.
Yeah, the Hellcats game.
No, I don't want to go to the Hellcats game. I really don't like baseball. Yeah. And I really just like chilling with my significant other and my kids. So that's an easy no. Yeah. But if you was like, Travis, can you do this program? Like, I may not have time, but if I know it's going to affect kids and I know it's going to like really make an impact, I'm going to figure it out.
That's how I feel. I'm like, oh my God, that's a great idea. And maybe I'm not the perfect person, but I know who would be interested and who has the time and who has the resources. And that's kind of like, that's what the chamber does.
And
Is
you
we
stand
try.
on business too, because you be in those
Yeah.
meetings and if that, boom, this is how you want to do it.
Well,
This
we
is how
gotta
you
get
do it.
things
See, and
done,
I'm trying to get
man.
that brave. We're like, I guess maybe I'm trying to filter the politically correct way of saying
Yeah.
things versus you like stick to your guns and you like, this is what it is. Boom, boom, boom.
Dude, my partner, she cracks me up because I'll be like, look at this email I wrote. Am I like being mean right now? And she's like, you are amazing. That's
I
so
like it though
professional.
because like, and that's what I like about you. Like you're very professional, but at the same time, like it is what it is. Like,
Yeah, like I'm not like, that's something I've had to really learn with this job is like, I want to be there for everybody and I want to like, give and receive as much as I can. But sometimes we just got to do what we're able to do. And maybe the left field idea sounds great, but we just can't rock with it.
absolutely.
And I would
At this time, it might be a better
at this
time
time.
for it.
And like I just try to I've learned that I need to be really upfront about it.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that like if we just say, oh, this would be great to do, this would be great to do, we're never gonna do that thing.
Yeah. Or
you
you just hit it on it. So like basically with all these other ideas, sometimes people spend so much time discussing ideas that ain't gonna work and it's wasting time.
It is
versus
wasting
saying
time.
like, hey, let's do this. And once we do it, if this doesn't work, this is how we need to make a change. And this is how we need to do that. So
And I really respect people that take that initiative to just like, I'm just going to do this. Like, regardless of whether or not there's any organizational support to them. I think there's some really outstanding individuals in the Bedford community that do amazing things.
Amazing thing.
And it's great to watch their journey and to be able to support it even like in a little way.
Yeah.
Even if it's a like comment or whatever.
And the biggest thing too is like when you see somebody making that impact, just letting them know that it makes that impact for me because some of the people who helped me along this journey that I love and cherish to this day was people who just like looked me in my eyes and was like, hey, I'm proud of you. I see what you're doing. Keep going. That meant more to me than anybody could give me money or anything. Just having somebody believe in you and what you're trying to do and see what you're trying to do. So
absolutely. It's crazy what a good word will prompt you to do.
Absolutely.
Make you feel like you can do. Well, we mentioned a lot of different things, and I was writing them all down because there's so much.
Gotcha.
But National Night Out is your big thing coming up.
It's the next big thing coming up. Is this Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Bedford YMCA.
So tell us a little bit about it.
We will have so many community vendors out there. I will not mention them because I don't want to leave anybody out. And I didn't come prepared enough to list them, so I don't want to leave somebody out. But we will partner with other law enforcement agents. So Bedford Sheriff's Department to be there. Our what is it? Game wardens will be there. But we have community vendors, social service, State Farm, just people who serve our community. They'll have little tents and tables with giveaways and things like that. DJ Showtime will be there for music.
Nice.
Liberty High School girls cheerleading will be there. Stanton River Middle School girls cheerleading will be there. Free hot dogs, free hamburgers. We'll have a table set up. The sheriff's department have a table set up. Just a way of like bridging the gap. Like, so it's a free community event. We want to see you out there. We'll have field games in the middle. So we'll have bounce houses there.
Nice.
And 9 square, cornhole in the middle. Just a way to like bring the community out. Because what people don't realize is the biggest thing is our only way to be able to make the community better is by asking the community, like, what can we do to get better?
Yeah.
Right? This is being intentional on policing. And that's where I feel like that I can help in that aspect of like, we have police officers that know how they feel and whatever, but like, we have to make sure that we are serving our community. And this is a way of us serving our community and getting their feedback on what we can do better and things of that nature. When I took over this job, my goal wasn't to try to throw a lot of events. It was just trying to partner with other people who was doing events so that like, whether it's the job fair thing that you guys do, what are we doing in November, October?
It's the Career and Technical Education Expo.
That's
CTE
an amazing program that we get to partner with you guys to do. So like every time somebody's doing something, I would like to be there. I'm only one person, But this is an event that we're having that we just allow all of our community partners to come out with who's trying to get out in the community also with the same vision. So
yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
This
2 hours of fun.
August 6th.
August 6th.
From when to when?
6 to 8 p.m.
Awesome.
At the Bedford YMCA. We're gonna be out there where the stage is. So free food while it lasts. Some great community events, bounce houses.
The Bedford YMCA is a lot of fun in itself.
It is within itself. And they even, I think I even convinced them to have a table set up, like, because they offer so much to the community. That's another thing. So like in the summertime, I don't get to go to the schools, but I can go to the Bedford YMCA and they got the kids out there.
They got lots of kids
Travis. Yes. And even through the younger kids, I also get to go to the daycare. So the kids, I go up there. Kate went up there yesterday after we did our little tour with them, our last minute tour with the Y to make sure we got everything set up. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
National Night Out. The flyers on our Facebook. And it should be some contact information on the Facebook. I just send it to the person that does our Facebook. But I'm pretty sure that it's some contact information for people to contact me if they have any questions about National Night Out. If you're a last minute vendor and you feel like this is a great way to be out in the community and this is what you need, we can figure it out. Just reach out to me and we'll get you in there.
Is it free setup?
Free setup.
Okay, cool.
Free setup. And people just give their... We just ask that you like... everybody doesn't have things to give away. I don't believe. But most people do. Like they have something at every table where they're giving away prizes and things.
Even if it's just candy.
Even if it's just candy. Right. And it's just being out in the community, letting people know what you do to help the community. And that's the biggest part about it.
It really is.
Like Bedford has so many programs and things that people don't even know about. So
that's the really crazy thing to me is like, I'm from here and I didn't really understand how comprehensive our community was in caring for itself until I started this job and started learning about all the like hidden gem organizations.
Yeah.
But it's
way more good than bad.
Yes.
I will say that.
Absolutely.
It is way more good in Bedford than bad. So I just try to work with the good and with the bad, I try to see the best in them, but like stay far away from them. So if I voice my opinion, I don't offend them because that's hard too. You're talking about leadership. So like, this job requires you to be in leadership. So, but I'm human. Right. Yeah. So like you have to be careful in leadership. You can't just say whatever you want to say. You can't be politically correct. That's what I learned from my chief. Like you stand on business, but he really stand on business because like he's fair.
Yeah, he is.
Like nobody can say anything else about he is fair. Whether you agree, disagree, he does what's in the best interest of the department and he thinking like long term about it. So
yeah. Well, I think that just by him putting you in this role, I can see that he has vision.
And that's not why I said that. I appreciate him putting me in this role.
Like seriously, like I think it's really cool to kind of see like law enforcement really trying to be there for one another and be there for citizens in our community, not just in like the everyday aspect, but going really above and beyond.
And it's an important position that you're right. Yeah. If he wouldn't have done it, it would have been difficult to do. I told Kate that yesterday because we was ripping and running. I told him like bring his lunch because like a lot of times I don't eat lunch just because I'm ripping and running. So, but I told him I was like, we doing a lot of moving, and to be honest, this is a slow week. Like you're doing a lot of moving this week, but this is slow. School not in right now.
I was about to say
things of that nature. So, yeah, it's a very busy job. But if you don't see it, and like I said, you're not posting stuff all the time, then it's hard to see it.
Yeah,
like what you do. Well, you do a lot of stuff, but a lot of people don't see the lot of stuff until they're closer to the job, right? Like countless hours. Like your hours are crazy, and and I see what you do. You probably work at home, and you shouldn't. You got to have a healthy balance of that also, right? So I'm getting to the point now. I was in a impact living services training, peer support training, and a woman said something that stuck with me. She was like, "When she get off of work, she take a shower, and that kind of like resets to like I'm done with work now, right? Change clothes, like I'm out of uniform, and like." it made me really think about that. Like, because I'm usually lapping everything over.
Yeah.
I'm at work, but then I'm dealing with the kids, dealing with family, and then there's work again while I'm at work. And you never really feel accomplished versus like, hey, when I get to work, I'm going to knock out this certain amount of stuff, try to get it to the best of my ability, and then leave the rest alone.
It's hard to feel satisfied when there's always more to be done.
Absolutely.
And there's always going to be more. And that's something, talking about work-life balance, I did the chamber. The chamber has a really wonderful 6-month leadership program. And it was really helpful for me as somebody that's like so new to working and yet is in such a potentially high-power job. And I learned a lot about myself because I do have a hard time putting things down because I want to do it to the full effect. And I don't like to half-ass things.
Gotcha.
But I've realized that it's more about work-life fulfillment. Am I feeling fulfilled with what I'm doing professionally? Yes, that's awesome. Am I feeling fulfilled with what I'm doing personally? Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't fit necessarily what is considered to be like the everyday 9 to 5 because my hours are crazy just depending on what I'm doing for the week. But as long as I'm doing the things that make me happy,
and you're leaving an impact, and you're leaving a footprint for the next person that does what you do for the chamber when you decide to become president or whatever you decide to do in life.
Lord no. Do you want to be chief?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
No. I meant president of the United States.
Oh, president of the United States.
I thought you meant I didn't mean president of the chamber. No.
Oh, president of the United. I don't want that either.
Absolutely, I would not want to be a chief of police.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm good staying the middleman.
Yeah.
Well, Travis, thank you for being on my podcast today.
You know what? I have been on a lot of podcasts.
And you got your own.
I don't have my own. Me and the chief of police have a podcast. So I don't have my own podcast, but I will say that this has been like the most dopest podcast. And because you always give me that like relax, chill, and be yourself type vibe. And that's hard too. When you have to feel like that you have to be so many other people. But yes, this has been my favorite podcast so far.
Oh, good. I'm honored.
My 35 years of living.
Podcasting.
Am I 35? Yeah, 35 years of living.
He had to check himself.
35.
Well, awesome. Is there anything that you want to add?
No, National Night Out this Tuesday. And then I will be knocking on every person of faith's door here soon because the first weekend in October, we're going to have Faith in Blue. And we want every faith community. We don't care what your religion is.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever your faith is, we want everybody to come together. It's going to be a 3-day event. I think the first night we're going to do like a kickball game. Saturday we're going to do like a tailgate party and movie night. And Sunday we're going to end with like a community walk of faith. So
that is so cool. I didn't realize it was a 3-day event.
It's a 3-day thing nationally.
Oh.
So last year I think we only made it 1 day because Chief told me about it kind of closer to time. But this time I was on a Zoom yesterday for it. So this time we're going to be a lot more intentional and try to get it done the right way.
Well, good stuff. And I guess people should keep an eye out on your Facebook for more information about that.
On our police department Facebook, yes.
Not the Travis Thomas.
Not the Travis Thomas Facebook. Okay. Unless I share it.
Well, perfect.
And be on the lookout for Cade. Cade will be our intern for 320 hours.
Yep.
So.
Well, cool. We'll put you to work too.
He will.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Appreciate you for having us.
Of course. Well, if anybody wants to learn more about the Chamber, you can call us at 540-586-9401, or you can visit our website for information about our mission and the perks of becoming a member. But also on our website is a full business directory of our membership, which is helpful for finding all sorts of great things in the region, including the Bedford Police Department. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for listening, and keep an ear out for the next Chamber Vibes podcast.